Welcome everybody to Community Cooking with the Co-op. I'm Paul Addis. I'm a librarian at the Coos Bay Public Library, and tonight with us is Tim Bolster, the outreach coordinator at the Co-op, and Marlow, the produce manager at the Co-op, is our featured cook tonight. And we have Alan Bartle behind the camera doing his awesome camera work. Hey, Alan. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Marlow. Marlow, could you maybe repeat the thing about vinegar? Because I wasn't recording then.
Yeah, if you don't have rice vinegar, you can just use a different kind of vinegar. Just white vinegar works fine. Especially we're not using like a whole lot of it. It isn't like a super main ingredient. It just kind of like it just adds to it a bit. So yeah, whatever you've got on hand, but not like a balsamic, like something like that would be a little bit, or like red wine
Red
vinegar.
wine vinegar,
That would be
yeah.
too much. But so
Sure.
like any light vinegar works fine. So,
Cool. Thank you.
all right.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's all yours, Marlow.
Yeah. So today I'll be showing you how to make Ginataang Tofu. It is a Filipino dish. Ginataang means with coconut milk. So it's just basically tofu cooked with coconut milk. Of course, there's other ingredients as well, but like it's a main part of it. So yeah.
What if we're
And
just cooking tofu and coconut milk?
that's it. That's it. It's an hour of tofu and coconut milk. Oh, welcome.
3 minute long. Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
Well, first, we're going to start with Tim's going to start some rice.
Oh, right,
Because we're going
okay.
to have rice with it. You
Cool.
don't have to cook rice with it. I feel like, especially like rice noodles would be really good, or mung bean noodles if you can't have rice noodles. Oh yeah, I'll pass you the rice. Yeah, or you can just like eat it plain. It's kind of like a stew. So,
All right. So
we're doing 1 cup of dry rice and then 2 cups of water.
So again, that's 1 to 2, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. And then we'll set it on the stove to boil. And as soon as it starts boiling, we'll turn it down just to a light simmer, keep it covered. And yeah, we'll cook it until it's done, which will probably be about 10 minutes or less, something like that. We'll let you know when ours is finishing up so that you know.
Cool. And so it's Ginataang, the pronunciation?
Ginataang, yeah.
Ginataang. All right. I was
Yeah.
way off. Thank you.
Like the clarified butter, so like GEE, like that kind of sound. And then not, and then ta, so
Ginataang. Okay.
pretty sure.
All right, I'm gonna throw the rice on, bring it to a boil. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Sounds
All right.
good. So you should be throwing the rice on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with the tofu. So because I like to cook the tofu first and then add it in last, so it has time to like sit and like because in the beginning, like you're heating the oil and all that, and then you're cooking with it. I don't want to have another pan that I'm doing oil in.
Sure.
Because yeah, so this is all done in one pan, which is really nice and saves on dishes because I hate dishes.
Yes, that's the best
Awesome.
configuration.
Yeah, so I just drained the tofu and I'm using extra firm tofu. I tried it with silken tofu and I did not like it nearly as much. It's just not really the texture for it. So this is just extra firm tofu. We have it in the grocery department, and we also have bulk tofu available. So I'm also going to kind of dry off the tofu. If you have time and the resources too, like you could use a tofu press to really get the liquids out. But
Are we not pressing it today?
no, I'm just going to press it with towels.
Cool.
It works fine.
Yeah.
Because yeah, and especially like that's just a little time consuming.
Yeah.
Fantastic. My mother used to press tofu just between like she would just take a big book, she'd put it in between 2 plates and then put a heavy book on top, and that's how she would press tofu.
Nice.
That's what I do. Yeah. Usually.
Nice.
Yeah. The first step is like finding things to pile on top of the plate and then letting that go sit for 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. It was always really scary
That's-
because like, it would like shift a little bit. We were like, we have to keep it back.
It's always a balancing act. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's why libraries are so important.
That's why libraries exist. Yeah.
So I cut them
Press.
into kind of long pieces, like bite size, but like substantial, like a substantial bite size, like a bite or two, just because that's how I like it, and also because it takes less time. It's I don't know, like I get a little scared sometimes when I'm cooking tofu, and I'm like, I have to flip every one of these. That's a lot. What if it's wrong?
So whatever bite size means to them
Yeah,
works for their tofu.
yeah, I do it about
Oh, we got it.
that.
Cool.
So yeah, and so now it's already there. So
Generous bite size.
generous bite size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
bite and a half, I would say. So I'm going to put about a quarter cup of avocado oil in the pan. You can use whatever oil. I like avocado oil because it has a high smoke point. Which, especially, I can't smell, so I get kind of scared that I'm making things really stinky and burning. So yeah, I
So
don't.
how much again in oil?
A quarter cup.
Quarter cup. Okay.
Because this is going to be not just for the tofu, but also for the onions and the garlic after that. So
Cool.
yeah, and I'm gonna pop that. Yeah,
Cool.
medium heat, medium high heat, and put that over there. Doing great. And I'm just gonna put my tofu into this bin so that I can toss it into there easily. Unfortunately, the little stove that we have is not powerful enough for my meal, so I will be over on the stove.
Yes, we'll be moving around a little
Yeah.
bit, but we'll do all our chopping here.
Yeah.
Cool. Little musical chairs tonight.
Yeah.
A little bit, but that's okay.
Totally.
Marlow chose a powerful recipe and we don't have, we need the big guns for it.
Awesome.
Okay, so our avocado oil is heating up.
Yep.
Our tofu is chopped.
Our tofu is chopped. And then, so while we wait for the oil to heat up a little bit more, because I like to have it good and hot before I put things there, I'm going to cut up a onion, which also I was thinking it'd be really tasty to try it with shallots. I'm a big fan of shallots, but right now I'm just using a sweet onion. So
Also, our rice was boiling, so I just turned it down to a simmer. So if you forgot about your rice, you might want to go take a look at it and keep it covered, turn it down to a simmer. We'll let it go like that until all the water is basically soaked up by the rice.
Cool.
And then we'll turn it off.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 18 to 20 minutes. Yeah, 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes it goes faster. It just depends, but we'll see. Yeah, it's scary. It's the unknown.
it's scary. I use a rice cooker at home.
I just keep an eye on it.
It's not rice cooker or
Yeah.
supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine always takes about 20 minutes at home, but it could be my burner.
All right, let's say 20 then.
Say 20. Yeah. So I'm just cutting this the entire onion up into bite-sized pieces. And you can really cut these however size you want. Sometimes I do big chunks because I like the texture of it. If I have friends that don't really like onions, and I'll like dice it really fine so that they can't tell as much. Sneaking vegetables into my friends' meals.
Hiding the onions.
Yeah. I just don't understand when people don't like onion and garlic. That's my favorite. That's like half the point of cooking. It's just like, how can I get onions and garlic into my life?
It goes in everything, right?
Absolutely. Oatmeal, let's do it.
Other, if not both.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful. Still got all my fingers. All right.
Yes, we stay still.
Cool.
What? Okay.
So.
We're changing pans.
Okay.
Oh, this will be the avocado oil will be warm in a second. Or I can use that. Assuming this will be better.
I don't know. That's really out on the pan.
You gotta be able to flip them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be
Cool.
fine.
Well, technical difficulties
Yeah.
with the stove.
What do
Okay.
you got going on?
Oh. The co-op stove top has to be stainless steel. It's like in order for it to heat up, I don't know if it's a safety thing or what, but like the pot has to be stainless steel. I think that's.
Oh.
So we're
I
just
wasn't aware of
switching.
that.
Yeah, I remember when I first wasn't aware of that,
Yeah.
and yeah. But anyways, so we're just switching bits.
Yeah.
But
Don't want to upset Ellie at all.
no.
No.
Okay. So we got
Okay,
the
cool.
onion.
So yeah, so this is ready. Usually by now the oil's ready, but since you switched pots, it might take a second.
It's just about there.
Okay, cool. And I'm not seasoning it or anything because at the end we add it back in and it just like it gets all the sauce all over and like you don't even do anything to it. So
Okay. And so people should have what, like a big pan?
yes, ideally like okay. This is the kind of pan that I like to cook it in because it has it's high, but it's still like a pan, not a pot, which is preferred. But this, like, Yeah, you want like a fairly big one because there's a lot in it. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, and that's like you like half the recipe or something, which is like would be totally fine too. Because I always have leftovers when I cook this.
Awesome.
Leftovers are a good thing.
Definitely.
Like I have leftovers, and
Yep.
get a little wild.
Okay.
Oh, sounds like.
I think the oil's ready.
Yeah, okay. The oil's ready, so I'm just gonna throw the tofu in there. I try to get it in one layer and then not move it, because like then it like crisps up nicely. And I just crisp two sides of it. You can do all four, or oh, there's six, but like like the four main ones.
Cool.
But just like for time's sake, I just don't bother. And
Sure.
difference.
Cool.
Cool. So we're laying the tofu in. We're gonna let it cook on one side for a while. And do you know how many minutes you might let it cook on one side?
Until it's browned. I'm not really good at keeping track of
Okay.
the time. So like
So you can check the bottom.
every couple of minutes.
When it looks like it's browning, you can flip the tofu to the other side.
Cool. Sounds good.
And then we'll use the same pot for everything else, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
Good
Spatula.
situation.
Am I allowed to use my normal spatula? Okay. Might be turn down a little bit.
Yep.
Line over.
There we go.
Yeah, and the pan was a little hotter than mine gets at home. So I am moving it around a little bit just so it doesn't stick too bad like that one just did. Just while like the temperature of the tofu kind of adjusts. Okay. Now,
All right.
So hopefully things are sizzling at your house like they are here.
Cool.
this is my least favorite part because I'm very impatient with the tofu and I want to keep on touching it, but I'm just
Right.
I'll let it do its thing.
yeah, we're just gonna
Sure, sure.
not too much of its thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna forget the tofu.
right. Is there anything else we should chop while we wait? We just got the onion.
Yeah,
here.
usually
We'll keep an eye- well, we probably should just let it do its thing.
Yeah, because well, I can grate the ginger now. I like some people do the garlic and the onion at the same time, but I find that it burns the garlic too much. So
So you're gonna do some garlic right now, huh?
yeah, I'm just gonna prep it. We're
Cool.
not gonna put it in at the same time though. So I just have 3 cloves of garlic. We have the purple garlic right now, which I think that we're running out of it on the floor, but we're hopefully gonna get some more next week. But I really like it because it's a hard neck garlic. So the peel is thicker, which makes it a lot easier to chop. And then also, yeah, the only thing with hard neck garlics is that they usually don't store as well. But that's never a big deal for me because I go through garlic.
Sure, sure.
Hard.
Yeah, there's hard neck and soft neck garlic. Oh, because like where it comes up, that's the neck.
Oh, I've never realized that's called the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's so cool.
The purple ones, they're like sticky. You start just pulling them out of their skin. They're like super sticky. No, they're really.
Yeah. And are these local, these purple ones?
No, these are this is Mexico grown, but we're gonna hopefully be getting some local garlic soon. We're getting into the local season, which is really exciting for produce.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited for everyone to be able to like come in and just like, have some good local produce. You
Definitely.
can put as much garlic or as little garlic. You can skip garlic if you want. I wouldn't because it's delicious. And I just like crack it with my knife, and then that like it kind of smashes it up a lot, which is good. Because then you don't have to do as much cutting, and then also that releases the oils in it.
Right.
Nice. We're doing 3 cloves, right?
Yeah, 3 big old cloves.
3 big old cloves.
All
Garlic.
right.
All cloves garlic. And then I'm just gonna like lightly chop it. I like big chunks in it. So
It's another matter of preference, I guess.
Yeah.
How much and how big of chunks of garlic?
yeah, and you can do like a garlic press too to get it like super minced. You can use jar garlic if you want. We have like tube garlic. We have like garlic puree in a tube that would definitely work really well. Oh, we have that for ginger as well. I think we're out right now. We're having some sourcing issues, but that's really nice. Especially if you don't like the texture of ginger, but you like the flavor of it, you can just use a squeeze tube. And then It's just super easy.
Nice.
Nice. Everybody's looking busy in their kitchens. I like it.
Is there a taste difference for that purple garlic?
Ooh, good question.
Not to me, but I don't have a very good sense of taste because I can't smell. Do you have you noticed a difference?
I just noticed it's more potent.
Okay, yeah.
It tastes similar to other garlics.
But maybe a little stronger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, good question.
How's your tofu looking?
It's working.
Nice.
It's doing its thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep on bringing the spatula all the way over here. I don't think I need to be doing that. Live on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And then, so once the tofu's done, does it stay in there, or you take it out?
The tofu. So when the tofu is done, I'm gonna take it out and then just put it on a plate with paper towels, and that'll absorb some of the extra oil. And then at the end, about like 5 or 10 minutes before it's done, I'm gonna throw it back in, and it's gonna get all soaked up with the flavor without getting mushy. So
Cool.
Nice. Like it.
it's not stop bothering my tofu.
Gotta let the tofu be.
I have a little. Everything's great. So yeah, well, since I got the time, I'm gonna grate the ginger too. There it is. So the ginger, just like last week, I'm just going to take a spoon and scrape off as much skin as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I washed it too, so I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah, once again, that technique of using the spoon to scrape the skin off is a great lesson, I feel like.
Especially like then you're not messing with a sharp knife near your hands and stuff, and it's great for like kids too to help out in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get them involved. Put
Get
them to
them
work.
involved. Get them doing something.
Yeah. And then you can chop it up. When I'm at home, a lot of the times I'll just chop it into big pieces. And then someone gets lucky or incredibly unlucky, depending on how they feel about ginger. And I think ginger.
Right.
I find it invigorating.
Yeah, I love ginger. And I don't know that I want a big bite of ginger, but I love it in cooking.
Yeah. I'm just gonna grate it completely. And I just use like about like a thumb size of ginger. That's usually how I measure it. Which I think that's just like a normal thing. Thumb of ginger.
Tina said Sky is losing their mind with this spoon trick.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I almost forgot about the spoon trick.
Yeah, no, it saves a lot of time, and also it saves a lot of the ginger too, because like a lot of the times if you like use a knife to try to cut off the skin, like you lose a lot of the flesh. So
I think you'd lose even more if you used like an actual peeler or something too.
yeah, I've never tried that.
I'd probably shave half the
I
ginger
never
off.
feel it. I just grate it. It seems to work.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, you just leave the skin on?
Yeah, I've done that. I just trying to be fancy today.
Yeah.
Classing it up. It's like National Goth Day today, so
National what day?
National Goth Day
Oh,
for those who participate.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you?
I did. Sometimes.
Yes.
I think so.
I think so. I would say.
All right, let's see how that tofu's doing.
I keep on
Take your spatula.
my dang spatula. All right, yeah. I'm gonna flip them. They're kind of sticking because I'm used to a non-stick pan. But we're rocking with it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Another great way, I was telling Marlow earlier for tofu, that we always do is just like, especially if we're going to marinate it, we cut it up into bite-sized pieces and then just lay it out on a baking tray and put it in the oven and then flip it once and then it comes out nice and crispy, and that's another good way to do it too.
You cook it right on the pan, like with no oil or anything?
Well, we have like these like non-stick I don't know what they are.
Nice.
Rubbery.
Yeah, silicone.
Yeah, silicone thing. So you probably would need some kind of nonstick
Yeah.
situation.
That's the water out. I think helps.
Yeah.
Because it's a drier, the moisture doesn't come out of it.
Yeah. And when you press it and it loses the water, it soaks in more of the marinade that you're putting it into.
Yeah, Jamie said parchment paper works good. That's what I was thinking.
Yes, I love parchment paper.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of work if you put it on that pan.
Yeah.
You can just throw away the paper afterwards. Put the pan away.
Nothing worse than scrubbing black welded on garnet yam juice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard work.
That sounds permanent.
Yeah.
That's when you let it soak and just go do something else.
Yeah. Use my 5-in-1 paint scraper.
Yeah.
Did you flip them?
I flipped them.
Nice.
Yeah, they're a little bit. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't usually use stainless steel, so it is sticking more than I'm used to. But even I don't know. I've done it with silken tofu, and it wasn't my favorite, but it's fine. So I don't think it can be worse than that.
Cool. It'll be good, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can just keep on prepping veggies. No problem with that. I am going to put the onion into a little container just so that I have a little bit more room, and that when that's done, I can just dump it right on in. I like these giant cutting boards.
Yeah, those are nice.
This is like the size of my entire kitchen counter at home. So this is a real
luxurious.
Treat. Yeah, living large. Oh yeah, I guess I'll do the mushrooms first.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. With mushrooms, aren't always in Ginataang. Actually, most last week I saw didn't have them, but I thought that because usually there's a lot of fish sauce in it, but to make it vegan, I replaced that with soy sauce and then mushrooms to still give it a little umami. And I'm just gonna cut them into just smaller chunks. I like them kind of big, but I'm gonna do them a little bit more even. And I actually really like to use portabellas for this, but they're a little bit more expensive, so I didn't. But they're the same thing as criminis. They're just bigger, but I like them because it's just a little faster to chop it in a grid.
Sure.
Yeah, I remember I didn't realize that portabellas were just big crimini, right? Literally just big crimini mushrooms. That was knowledge to me when I learned it.
I just learned that right now.
Not too, because they sell baby bellas, which are small portabellas, which are criminis.
I was gonna say they must just be criminis.
Yeah.
Even priced like portabella.
For real.
Yeah, there you go.
We do them even more expensive than portabella because they're it's the little one, it's special.
Huh. Yeah, I had especially grow them and measure them size. Yeah.
But yeah, I actually usually when I cook with mushrooms, I put them out at the very end because I like the texture of a mostly raw mushroom the best. But I've been really enjoying cooking it this way because it soaks up so much flavor and it's just really beautiful.
Nice.
But yeah, if you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to use mushrooms, but missing out.
I love mushrooms.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite kind?
I like shiitake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that there's a little drier.
Yeah.
That's really helpful sometimes. Sometimes I add them to stuff and it releases all the moisture. I'm that's a bit much, you guys.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
I love the chestnut mushroom.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the fun ones. But oh no, well, morels are my very favorite, but that's it's not even a mushroom to me, it's a special little guy.
Yeah, chestnut. I don't know if everyone's aware of chestnut or not, but we carry chestnut mushrooms, which are really striking looking mushrooms.
Yeah, they look like little burger buns.
Yeah, they're small and
oh, that's the cluster one.
And they're clustered almost
yeah, those are cool looking.
Yeah.
I was trying to picture a chestnut mushroom. I'm thinking chestnuts, not those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never tried those, but they certainly look good.
Mm-hmm.
How do they taste compared to other mushrooms?
They taste like mushrooms. Just I don't know. I'm not very good at describing tastes, but they're really nice. What I like is the texture of them.
Oh,
because,
okay.
the cap gets really velvety and soft and great, but then the stems stay crunchy. You like when you cook them for a while, like it's really good on the chest.
Nice.
Crunchy.
Cool. Let's try those. Oh yeah, show us how those mushrooms are sliced down. Oh, when you're done there.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. Cool.
All right.
Just to make everybody dizzy.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody's tofu is starting to brown a little. I just want to remind everybody to email me finished pics of your finished dishes or plates. Everybody has my email in their Zoom confirmation.
So at this point, I'm just going to pull the tofu out because I feel like it's just burning to the pan, and it'll be fine. Like you could just put raw tofu in it, honestly, and like at the end, like it would be good. So
cool.
It will be good.
So we're pulling our tofu. You might have finished yours by now, but
cool.
Getting our tofu, and then we'll move on to the.
Yeah, how's everybody doing at home? Cool.
Nice.
Everybody's looking busy, keeping busy. I like it.
I'm curious about the sauce.
Yeah.
Totally.
What do the finished tofu look like?
Good question.
The finished tofu, the way Marlow recommends is like a little browned on both sides.
Okay.
So that's really the most important part, that it's browned on both sides, but raw tofu is healthy and fine too. So you just want to cook it to whatever level you feel comfortable.
Cool.
Hopefully that answers your question. Ours is sticking a little more than we wanted to, so.
We're going to pull it now, right?
Yeah, ours might not be the best example, but.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to it. Usually, so usually I put this all in the same pan, but because there's so much tofu stuck to the bottom of the pan, I'm going to use a fresh pan just so that we don't have burnt tofu at the bottom of it.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Some oil back into it, not an entire, for just a splash of oil, like however you usually cook your onions.
Cool. So if they need a little more oil at home, they can add more in.
Cool.
For the next portion of the show, which will be vegetables, onions.
Nice.
Cool.
And when everybody's tofu's done, they should just be setting it aside like on some paper towels, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to start heating some oil up now for, I think, the onion next, right?
Yep.
Cool.
I used ham fu instead of tofu because I didn't want the soy, and it looked kind of pale green, and it's getting kind of gray on the side that I was trying to brown. So I'm turning the heat up a bit, see if I can get it brown.
Yeah.
I don't know. It may cook a little different.
Tofu.
What's that, Alan?
It's the pumpkin seed.
That's my smoke alarm.
Oh no!
Because I was here.
Community cooking.
Back to the kitchen.
Are you safe, Maxine?
Yes.
Do we need to come rescue you?
Our rice is done, just FYI. So if you haven't checked your rice in a while, you might want to take a look at it.
And Jamie asked, what temperature is the oil at?
Yeah.
What temperature you got the oil for?
I have it on medium. Medium for the onions.
Medium, Jamie.
No.
So
Alex said Sky's tofu looks great. I missed it.
Nice.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Sky. Oh yeah, nice.
That's where we're going.
Yeah.
that's when I start just popping tofu in
Oh,
my
that's my
mouth.
problem.
Don't eat all the tofu now.
Yeah.
When I'm cooking the sauce, I'm like, oh, I gotta keep on tasting it, making sure that it's right, then I don't have tofu.
Yeah,
And then-
Definitely.
And you can do this with not vegetables, with meat as well if you want instead of tofu, or just without anything if you want just vegetables. My favorite is doing it with salmon. So I just cook the salmon beforehand and then the end in. So it's basically the same as how I do the tofu, but just salmon.
Yeah, nice.
And then when the oil's hot, then I'm gonna add these in, and then I'm not gonna cook them super long. I'm just gonna wait, just get them like kind of translucent, maybe a little bit of brown. And then after that, I'm gonna add in the garlic and the ginger and just like let that cook for like a minute or two. Oh, looks like it's
Cool.
Yeah, so we can add it first in the pot.
Yeah, I think I just have to clean the pot though because there's so much tofu
Okay.
on the pot. Okay. Well, actually, when we do the sauce, when we add the liquids in, I think we just put it in there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming together.
Awesome.
We're doing good.
Marlow's.
Yeah.
Okay, so the onions are in.
Yeah.
Do you know how many minutes you're gonna try and cook the onions for?
Usually less than 5. I don't have like a specific. I just eyeball it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an issue with this. Is like I don't.
The way to do it.
And just like stirring it, making sure it doesn't get burnt on the bottom.
I didn't know there was a World Goth Day.
Yes.
Have you listened to any goth music today, Marlow?
I have not. I'm waiting until I get home to celebrate. Yeah.
I'm thinking I might have to listen to some Lords of the New Church.
Nice.
Nice.
Probably one of my favorites.
Would you consider this a very goth recipe we're making today?
I think it's not very goth because it has a lot of garlic. So vampires can't. It's actually pretty goth phobic of me, and I should probably. I don't know, there's gonna be a call out post
That's
later.
a good answer.
So what goth artists might you listen to tonight?
Oh, my favorite right now is Faithful Dawn. I really like them.
Faithful Dawn?
Yeah.
Is that current?
No, it's like I think 90s. I found them
I'll
on
have to look that up. I haven't heard of that.
They're fun. They're like I don't know. They're pretty goofy, which is what I like personally, especially with goth music. Like I like it to be a little bit silly. So.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I don't know if they're like an official goth band or stuff. I'm really bad with genres, honestly. But.
Sure. I don't know if the Lords of the New Church are either. I just kind of consider them gothy.
The internet's not going to be happy with all this.
No.
Yeah, they're going to come correct us on our goth talk, I think.
Scary.
Goth police.
Yeah, the goth police are going to come get us.
We can take them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at our numbers. Us here.
So have you ever watched the show The IT Crowd?
Yeah.
Richmond?
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about it. That's a good one. Yeah, I was really
What's it called? IT Crowd?
The IT Crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Oh, you never
Oh,
have?
fun. It's
Oh,
British.
it's hilarious. It's a British sitcom show about computer geeks in the
Yeah.
early days of computers.
Nice.
Yeah, and one of the characters is a goth.
He's very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex said, I took Paul as someone listening to Argentinian tango. Only when I hang out with my Argentine mother. Who, of course, loves Piazzolla.
I'm gonna put the garlic and the ginger that is prepped now into a container so that I can just dump it in there when it's time. Also,
Nice.
so I'm not just like rushing across.
Right. I tend to prefer Argentine rock.
What'd you say, Paul?
I said I tend to prefer Argentine rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, Alex said her tofu stuck to the pan, so she's behind, but we'll catch up. We know you will.
Yeah.
If anybody can catch up.
All right, and at this point, the onions are like decently translucent. Sometimes I like to like cook them for a long time or like get them crispy. or I get them like almost caramelized, but it just kind of depends. And right now I feel like just doing them this way. So you have a little bit more of just like a normal texture. And so I'm just gonna add the ginger and garlic.
Ginger and garlic are going in.
Katie said, I'm deeply relieved. I thought Marlow said golf day, not goth. I thought that too at first.
Less exciting.
Yes. I'm like, you're boring me here, Marlow.
Yeah, I never.
And I am feeling a Robert Smith vibe tonight, Marlow.
Thank you.
Good. It was intentional.
Yeah. Yeah, my mother got me into the cure when I was very, very young. So I appreciate that.
Nice. I couldn't handle it very well when it came out, and I still can't.
Fair.
Maybe like the first couple singles, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a very wide range of sound. They had a new album recently, but I'm too scared to listen to it. I don't like it. I don't like new things.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Yeah. Especially like if it was a band that I like, if they put out something new, I'm like, don't do that. No.
Yeah.
What if I don't like it?
Smells like
That
cash
can be scary.
Except for Tim. If Tim puts out something new, we're very excited.
Well,
Oh, of course. And Tim does have a new release, don't you?
Do. Yeah. I think an even newer one than you might be aware of, Paul, but
I think I saw something on Facebook about that.
yeah. Well, I had that one album out, and then I was able to partner up with the South Slough Reserve,
Yeah, I saw
an
that.
Oregon Sea Grant, and there's another one coming out right now. So
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Did you get your vinyl?
I did.
How's it sound?
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Got more coming.
Cool. Oh, you got into second pressing?
So, for the newest album. That's the old album.
Okay.
That's old.
yes.
There we go.
All right, Marlow, you're up.
Right.
All right.
So this is what it's looking like. You can definitely do it more brown than this, but like this will get the job done. And they're going to continue cooking because they're going to be in the pan with the sauce and all that while it creates itself.
Cool.
Cool.
Right now, I'm adding it back into the pot that I cooked the tofu in, just so I have more room. But if you're still cooking the same pot, perfect.
Cool.
Nice.
And I'm actually going to let it sit for a couple of seconds just so that the pot heats up because we're going to add the liquids next.
Liquids are next. All right.
Awesome.
When does the mushroom go in?
That is going to be the first vegetable that we put in after the bowl.
Liquids and then mushrooms. Okay.
All right.
So, I'm going to get a little cup before something so I can show my
Mhm.
liquids. My liquids.
Nice.
And I'm just going to do a third of a cup of liquid aminos. If you have soy sauce, that's perfect. We didn't have any. We usually have aminos. The Bragg's brand is usually, but we were out of it in bulk. So I got coconut aminos, which works great, especially if you can't have soy. And then
Okay.
rice vinegar. So 1/3 of a cup of each of them. If you're using fish sauce, then now is the time. I do a 1/4 cup of fish sauce and then the same normal amount of vinegar, but no aminos. If you use fish sauce, it is so good. It is really good otherwise too, but like it's traditionally made with fish sauce.
Nice. So go fish sauce if you have it, if you want to.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're doing a third of a
You're not
cup.
vegan.
Right.
No.
If you're not vegan.
Yeah.
Not vegan.
Yeah.
Third of a cup of the aminos, third of a cup of the, what was that, rice vinegar?
Rice vinegar, yeah. Which again, you can use other vinegars, but that's what I use.
Cool.
And so then I'm gonna pour it in and I'm gonna let it cook with the onions for a minute, just so that it kind of like soaks up the flavor. And it gets really sizzly, which is exciting.
Ooh.
Nice.
See if we can hear it. Oh yeah.
Loud in here. I don't know if you can hear it, but
I heard it.
yeah, nice.
The instant sizzle there.
And sizzle.
And after that, then we're gonna put in the can of coconut milk. My favorite is using coconut cream because it's just like really rich, really delectable. But like, this is just normal coconut milk, which is also good. You can use light coconut milk, but I don't bother with that. It's not worth my.
Marlow chooses to live.
I do. Got it.
Living dangerous with real coconut milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, don't be sorry for questions, Alex. Will apple cider vinegar change the flavor profile?
I think it'll work.
Sounds good to me.
I think so.
I
But
would just use less.
yeah, probably just less. Maybe
Like
dilute
maybe
it.
half.
Yeah.
Half the amount.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
Yeah.
So half the amount.
Yeah, I haven't really cooked with apple cider vinegar very much. But, oh yeah.
I'm guessing Alex knows what she's doing. All right. Okay.
Okay, and in about 30 seconds, I'm gonna add the coconut in, which I know you can like stir it before. I don't bother. I just dump it all in, and then I just take my spatula and mash it. And especially like if I had like something in there that was delicate, I would not do that, of course. But it's just onions, so
Stuff.
no problem. I always want to just eat the cream off the top.
And once it heats up, it probably
Yeah.
liquefies anyways, right?
So I'm gonna add that in.
Nice. Coconut milk is going in.
And what's that affordable brand you guys carry? Is it Field Day?
Field Day.
Yeah, it's pretty affordable organic brand they have at the co-op.
Yeah, we have it for almost everything you would need. We have the Field Day version of it, which even toilet paper and
even TP. I didn't know that.
yeah, paper towels and all kinds of cleaners and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. I feel like things start to look even tastier once you put coconut milk in them.
Yeah. Everything benefits from coconut.
That's true.
For me, it's pretty much any tropical fruit.
And now I'm gonna get that up to a bubble again.
Okay, so we're bringing that up to kind of a simmer.
Yeah,
oil.
I keep it on 6, just medium. It kind of depends on your stove. My stove runs really hot, so usually I do it a little bit under, but I'm gonna add the mushrooms in now just because it doesn't hurt to. And I like to try to cook them for as long as possible just because then the flavors meld really well. And that's what I want. That's
Awesome.
Nice.
So we're adding the shrooms.
Mushrooms going in. It's gonna get nice and umami.
Oh yeah, now it's starting to look like
Awesome.
exciting. And so next I'm gonna cut up the and like that can just go for a while. Honestly, you can let it cook for like quite a while, especially depending on the texture of the mushrooms that you like, because I like a mushroom soup even where it's like real cooked down. The main thing is it needs time to bubble so that it reduces, so you get like a thicker sauce, which is so good.
Yeah.
And so I have my green beans. I've already cleaned them. If you can get long beans, that's my favorite. They're pretty much the same as green beans, but they are long, and I like the texture of them a little bit better. And also, like in a lot of Filipino recipes, that's what they use. But we don't have them here. I haven't seen them around town either. They have them at Asian markets sometimes. When I live in Portland, I would go to Kuban mostly, and they had them.
Oh yeah, I used to go there all the time. Alex said, "Hey Marlow, I think I will add some vegan oyster sauce."
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. I think that'll be tasty. And so I'm just cutting off the ends of the beans, and then I'm going to cut them in half so that they're just like a nice size. This is probably my least favorite part. I just really struggle with cutting the beans. I don't like lining them up. I feel like I have to get them perfect, and it never works out. But
I feel that way too. I hate lining them all up. They're all different lengths.
It's
really stressful.
It's awful.
Stressful.
Awful.
Stressful beans.
Very brave of you to still add it into the recipe.
Thank you. And on camera.
And on camera too. And overhead.
Yeah.
We'll see what you're doing.
Oh no.
Doing good. Doing good.
Thank you. Get ready for your bigger bundle. There we go.
The fresh green beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marlow mentioned Fubon. Now I'm craving a banh mi sandwich.
Oh, stop.
I
That's what I love Coos Bay, but I wish there was more food options.
Yes. Banh mi sandwich would be nice.
Banh mi is always good.
I used to have band practice right around the corner from Fubon, so I'd always get off the bus by Fubon and get my beer and my $1.75 banh mi sandwich beforehand.
That rules.
Nice.
That's living right there.
They're probably like $3 now.
Yeah. My beans.
Beans are
My
doing good.
beans. Thank you.
All right.
Here we go.
Everybody's cracking away at home. Tina's getting jiggy with it.
Oh, yeah.
Our pot of liquid and mushrooms and stuff is simmering a little bit, which is perfect.
Maybe they're celebrating World Goth Day.
It's true. We can't hear what they're listening to.
Yeah. You can imagine. Yeah, and after this, I'm also going to cut up the carrot, and yeah, you can use whatever vegetables you want. I really want to experiment more with the different vegetables in it, because this month I practice every I made this a couple of times this month just to be ready. So I've been sticking to the same things, but I'm like, oh, I want to put other things in here so badly. Especially I have a trouble with that when it comes to like seasoning, because I'm just like, I've got so much like fun sauces and stuff in my house. I'm like, oh yeah, a little bit of that would go great, a little bit of that. But I'm like, no,
Rein it in.
rein it in. We're gonna make this accessible. Not everyone has a bunch of weird sauces.
Yes.
Bell pepper would be good in this.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tina said that was my interpretation of the simmering quids.
Nice.
The simmering quids.
That bean. I don't like that bean. All right, we're almost done with bean time.
All right.
Do I look busy too, or am I just standing here?
You're standing here. You just look pretty.
I'm just watching you cut the beans.
Yeah. Applying pressure.
I have a question for you. If I use the coconut milk that's the premium light, will that ever reduce down to be thick enough or get thick?
Yeah, in my experience, like I've done it with the light coconut milk before, and like it takes a little bit longer just because there's a higher water content. But and if you want to, you could probably even just like dump out some of the coconut water from it before you put it in would be an option. I hadn't thought of that before. I'm gonna stir that thing.
Cool.
But save it. It's still delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good question. Okay, let's see.
So if people finish their green beans, they can probably move on to their carrots, right?
Yes. Yeah, and with the carrot, I just cut it into circles like for a soup. So just like a little. I don't go too thin because if they're too thin, then they'll cook too fast. And then we got mushy carrots, and I don't care for that. And so because I've used the coconut aminos instead of the normal aminos, my sauce is way lighter than usual. So I'm actually going to take a little tester spoon and try it to make sure it has like enough salt. Just because it's usually a darker liquid that I'm used to. Gets me a little nervous.
Sure, it's fine.
But I'm really brave. More aminos.
Or aminos.
I'm going to do about a tablespoon more of aminos just because since it's the coconut aminos, it tastes a little different. And I think this is going to help it out.
Cool. So people might taste it right now and decide if it's kind of salty enough, if they want to add something extra.
Mm-hmm. Tablespoon and a half, I'll say.
Tablespoon and a half.
Jamie says it tastes amazing. She keeps sampling.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna get even better as it reduces. So
Oh yeah, I bet. Be concentrated.
yeah. So now that I've got the mushrooms in there and everything's bubbling, I'm gonna let it cook for at least 5 to 7 more minutes, just to like really thicken that sauce up before I do the other vegetables. Which of course, after I add the other vegetables, like it'll continue to reduce and continue simmering, but this will just give it some time to do that without me worrying about overcooking the vegetables.
True. Cool. Awesome.
And is that our last step, like adding the vegetables?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, then we'll add back in the tofu,
We'll add the tofu back.
and then yeah, it's pretty much it.
Nice.
Yeah, no more ingredients.
I love a one pot thing like
Mhm.
this.
Me too.
Yeah, it's nice.
I have a very small apartment, so I don't really have room for messing around with dishes.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pour some over rice.
Mhm,
I saw that crushed pepper.
Oh yes, fresh pepper. You can add in at any time. I would do it probably now, so it has time to like permeate throughout it. We were actually out of it at the co-op, so I don't have any. But yeah.
But I was talking to Sky earlier about the chili crisp oil.
Oh, that would be perfect.
That would be
Yeah.
perfect. Which we sell here. Which,
Yeah.
what's the local brand? It's
I don't.
Chili Royale.
Yeah.
But there's another brand I tend to carry. I mean, I tend to have at home. So that chili crisp oil could be a really good thing.
Definitely. And I really like chili garlic paste. It's the same brand as sriracha, but it's not as sweet as sriracha. And I just dump that in anything. And like it's really good in this. That's one of the things that I was talking about where like at home I like to season it a little bit different. That's one of the things I'm always pouring in there. But not today.
Yeah, I love that chili paste.
So if you want to make it a little spicy, people can use it.
But I think they had asked when to add the crushed pepper.
Oh, now it's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
now it's good for adding the crushed pepper.
I like it cooked in it kind of.
And Cordelia said, always on the lookout for a new one pot meal. This rocks.
Good.
Alex, you must have caught me eating that bar.
I have a question. Have you ever used flaxseed oil?
I haven't really. No. Is that usually for cooking? I thought that was more of like a supplement kind of deal.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw it on sale at the outlet store and I bought a bottle. I was like, oh, I didn't know if it had like a high cook point like this avocado oil that you introduced me to, or
Yeah,
what people
sure.
use it for.
Yeah, I think it's like an after kind of oil. If you heat it up, it gets rid of all of the good nutrients in it.
Oh.
It's
Oh, it probably burns off. Yeah.
cold pressed oil just to pour on a salad or something like that, or in a dressing.
That's what you generally use the flaxseed oil for?
Yeah,
Okay.
I take it as a supplement actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, tablespoonful a day.
Nice.
Yeah, because it has a lot of omega-3s in it, and if you heat it, it ruins them.
Makes sense.
Interesting. I learned something.
Yeah. For time's sake, I'm gonna add the vegetables in now. It might not be as reduced as I might want it, but like the flavor is gonna be there. It's just gonna be not as thick. So
And it'll continue to reduce.
yeah.
Right. Cool.
Veggies are going in.
We're putting in the beans and carrots.
Getting a little more colorful now in that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wonder if anybody else opted for any different vegetables than we're using here today.
Oh, yeah. I think Christina's using zucchini, if I remember.
Right. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I dropped in some red pepper.
Oh, there you go.
I think some bell peppers would be great with this.
Snow peas.
Ooh.
Alex is using cauliflower.
Oh. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think broccoli would be just fantastic. Or broccolini will be broccoli in that bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think mung beans would be good with this?
I don't really eat mung beans. I don't know.
Like sprouted mung beans or cooked mung beans?
Cooked mung beans.
I don't know. I don't eat mung beans. I'm not educated
Might be
enough
allowed,
on this.
so-
Yeah.
I don't know if I have either.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie's using cauliflower too.
Nice. I'm trying to think of what else would be really good. Honestly, I think that like cucumber at the very end, like an English cucumber, like at least like served with it, like with the sauce would be delicious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about some asparagus?
Ooh, I don't know.
That seems like it might be good on top. I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of asparagus. I'd eat it with anything, but like I don't know, like it has such a strong flavor.
That's true. That could throw everything off.
Yeah, potato, like especially the small potatoes with the skin still on.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Like serve it on top of it if you don't like rice. You could have just like potatoes, like cut potatoes, cooked potatoes. Just that on top. Ooh, man,
Just put it on top of some mashed potatoes.
Hey,
I'm a big fan.
get wild here.
Yeah, we're not food dorks.
Acorn squash.
We're just naming vegetables and
Yeah.
reacting out loud.
Here, let me just find an alphabetical list.
All right. And so I'm cooking the vegetables until they're about like half done, because then we're gonna add the tofu in, and then I want the tofu to get flavor too, and so I don't want it to be overcooked. So you don't want them to be done. So like probably half to like 3/4 of the way done. So I would be tasting them and like trying the texture of them.
Okay.
So usually like 5 to 7 minutes.
Cool. So half the time without the tofu, and then
Yes.
the rest of the time with it. Cool.
Yeah, and it really depends on how you like your vegetables cooked. Some people like it more on the mushy side. Some people like it super crisp. And I highly encourage everyone to figure out just the best way to cook for yourself to make like meals really perfect for yourself. But like, and for like whoever like you're serving it to, friends or family or anything like that. But
Totally.
you know, like, it doesn't have to be exactly the way that they are in the recipe. As long as like you're being safe. I'm not saying like eat things raw that aren't allowed to be eaten raw.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise mix it up.
Yeah.
Yes, right? Yeah.
Yeah, experiment with like fry it like in between, like before it's done. Like, because if you're supposed to cook something for a vegetable for 5 minutes, try it halfway through. You might like it better that way.
Totally.
This is like a good
And I don't think we're cooking anything tonight that can't be eaten raw, right?
No, well,
Yeah.
I mean, raw rice.
Oh,
isn't-
rice. Okay.
You can eat it. I don't think there's any problems with it, but it is just raw rice.
I don't know. Something might grow in your stomach. Or something.
Yeah. Dennis will probably be happy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm picturing the rice like making it in my innards. It's
Yeah, right? Like would raw rice soak up the whatever?
I think it would and expand. Yeah. Yeah. No raw rice for me. Alex said, unless you make horchata with it. Oh, okay.
Oh, that sounds good.
That does sound good.
But yeah, so it's producing still, doing its thing. Doing its thing.
Awesome. I might have to get some horchata and sopes this weekend.
Where's a good place to get some horchata around here?
Well, the only place I go around here for any Mexican food is Taqueria Jasmine, because I like her homemade sopes. It's a cart over in Bunker Hill, and they have pretty good horchata.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, I love the chicken sopes. If you can eat meat, they're really good.
Good plug for them.
It's a food truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hidden back like near where Human Bean is. I often pull into the Human Bean parking lot and just pass that drive through across the street, and they're like in this lot kind of hidden there.
Oh, right.
Okay. All right. I was wondering because they used to be downtown, right?
Briefly. Yeah, they've bounced all over the place. They had trouble finding a good place for their cart, but they're back over in Bunker Hill now.
Okay.
Cool.
But not at the weird junk store. They're at the heinous like junk store for a while.
Yeah.
Their restaurant hours or days are open or what?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that changes all the time. I usually just Google them, and then I like shows me their hours on their Facebook page or something.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
And often if they're open, they might post something on Facebook that morning that they have some kind of dish or something, but I'll sometimes call just to make sure they're open. And then if they answer, I'll just order my sopes ahead of time and go pick them up.
Oh, works out.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna add the tofu in now.
Okay, cool.
Tofu's going in.
We're adding the tofu because our vegetables should be about halfway done at this point. There it all is in one pot. Ooh, nice.
Yeah. And I try not to like stir it once the tofu's in there because it can be kind of delicate. I just kind of like scoop underneath and then like dump the sauce on top of it. Kind of like not quite basting, but like, you know, kind of whoop, whoop.
Careful with your tofu.
Yeah.
Careful with
Careful with the tofu.
It'll break up on you.
Cool.
And
I'm
how
just gonna
long-
let this go on for about 5 more minutes.
Cool.
and
Awesome.
We'll be ready to serve.
Cool.
5 minutes, yeah, for the veggies to finish up and the tofu to get a bunch of flavor, probably, right? Nice. Smells good.
Maxine, how you doing? You get your fire out?
I just have an overly sensitive fire alarm system.
Well, that could be a
I
good
have
thing.
I use a chopstick to push the button and turn it off and open the door.
Nice.
Well, I have tasted this,
Mhm.
and it seems to me that I don't like the rice vinegar flavor, but I've had my rice vinegar flavor for my bottle for a long time. Or maybe it's old, I don't know. And I just use soy sauce for
Yeah,
my Aminos. I don't know. I wasn't crazy about it.
Hmm.
that's fair.
I have a recipe that I sent over to Paul for the same dish a month or two ago, and I like it much better.
Mhm.
But this is a little different.
Okay. Well,
rice
I hope
vinegar.
your vinegar's okay.
Too late now. It's in there. I'll get rid of it. We'll eat it.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I had to throw my rice vinegar out because I did read it does go bad after a year.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I'd had it.
Sometimes you don't use something like that for a while. You got to check it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I wouldn't know if it was bad. Anyway. I never cook with it.
Something.
Same.
The seasoned rice.
Oh, I use the plain. The season's too sweet for me.
Alex said the ACV worked great. Thank you. Half the amount.
Thanks.
Wait, remind me, what was the ACV?
Apple cider vinegar.
Oh, that's right. Thank
She
you.
was stuffing that one.
How's it taste, Stacy?
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you. Saw our sampling there. Hey, it should be getting there, huh?
Yep,
Yes.
I'm gonna put some rice on a plate, and then when it's ready, I'm gonna serve it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Reach the time.
How do I show you my dish?
Oh, could you email me a picture, Christina?
Well, I can, but I was just thinking, can I just... You see my picture. Why can't you see my dish?
I can't, we can't see you at all. Your video's off.
Oh,
Let me see. Wait.
okay. Now
There
my
you are.
video. Okay, now can I show you my dish?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh. Let's see if I can find the camera.
Okay.
Well, it must be going this way. Do you see my dish?
Yeah.
Go. Yeah.
There it is.
Nice.
I am I'm going to eat this forever. It's a lot.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a big portion. Mine's done now, so I'm just gonna put it on rice and it's ready to eat.
Awesome. And Christina, if you need to go eat, please do if it's done.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm tired.
Okay. You need a little break.
But thank you. I was a little afraid about putting the whole can of coconut milk in.
Uh-huh.
I just put in half and saw how and tasted it and then added more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cordelia just said the sauce turned out so beautifully thick. Nice.
Good. Yeah, that's what we want.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, doing a little photo shoot. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the meal. We've done it.
You can go overhead.
All right.
Done did it. Okay.
There we go. Awesome. Looks good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to try it. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Cordelia said, okay, gonna have to rethink my feelings about tofu. This is great. Awesome. We made a convert.
nice.
Man, Dana was just here a second ago, and now I see him on the screen.
Oh yeah, he's probably run home to eat. Now
Yeah.
Jamie did all the work.
Yeah.
Awesome. Go eat, Jamie.
Yeah. Thank you.
Casey said yummy. Sky and Tina said yum. Thanks, Marlow.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Katie. Suzanne said smells delicious. Thanks. Enjoy. Is that everybody complete? Okay. Alexa, are you cooking along? No. You're muted. Oh, here, I'll ask you to unmute. Do you see something?
Thank you.
No problem.
Technical difficulties from the very beginning. My computer wasn't trying to hit on the internet. Switched to the phone. I could never get the buttons on the phone, and they weren't coming up at all.
Sure.
So I'm just cooking. I had things I was like trying to hold up the vegetables I was doing and stuff. Because I got shiitakes instead of the regular mushrooms. And then, yeah, you definitely don't want to eat mushrooms raw.
Yeah, there's that one.
Oh, sure.
I don't want to do that. Don't want to cook flax oil. I was trying to pantomime the information. It was ridiculous.
Sorry, I didn't know you were trying to unmute. I would have hit that button sooner.
It's okay. But so I'm halfway through. And so, yeah.
And and if you want to see it all later, I will post this on the library's YouTube channel, so you can review later if you like.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Is there any way we can help you finish the meal at this point?
No. I'm actually a really good cook, but so I was just gonna do my own thing at some point. Substitute, I had ginger juice, so I just I wanted to use up some of that, and but yeah, I just wanted to kind of support what you guys are doing here. It's really awesome.
Cool. Thanks for joining us, and we're here every month.
Oh yeah, I did want to add another tip. Mushrooms, if you put them like shiitakes, if you put them gill side in the sun for a couple hours, it actually increases their vitamin D like 800%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good news. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thing.
Mushrooms are just a world of mystery.
Yeah, they're incredible, aren't they?
Well, I got a really good book at the library, the mushroom book. So yeah, but I think it's kind of new. Oh yeah, it's right here. This thing's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's got some cool pictures in it.
Yeah. Well done.
Nice. Awesome.
Cool.
Cordelia said, thanks. Good night. Happy Goth Day to all those who observed. Said, way to go, Marlow. Awesome. Is everybody done with their meals or does everybody think they're going to finish okay? Or we have a no cook left behind philosophy here at Community Cooking. So we just want to make sure everybody's dishes are finished. Alex, how's yours? Maxine?
Nice.
Well, I think we might be good here as long as Brenda and Amy are good.
Mm-hmm.
Alex said delicious, decorating it for you guys. Thank you.
I'm excited. Last time hers was really beautiful. So
Yeah.
we'll
look forward to that picture, Alex. Oh, what was that? Thanks. Okay.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you, Maxine.
I think I'm gonna get used to it. I'm liking it better. Every dish full I eat, I like better.
I feel like you're coming around to this one.
Yeah, you're right. I'm coming around.
Awesome.
I like the tofu. I don't usually cook tofu, but I like that.
Oh, good. Awesome.
I'll send you a couple.
Maybe we have another convert here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Marlow. Awesome job once again. Your knowledge is crazy and appreciate you cooking for us. This has been awesome.
Thank you for having me. It's a really good time.
Cool. Maybe we can have you back sometime.
I would love that. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today, actually. So
cool.
Just
Tim and I will definitely be harassing you later. Thank you, everybody. This was awesome. Everybody have a good night, and we'll see you next month. We have a new chef, and I'll be trying to post that tomorrow. So look out for this next recipe. And have a good night.
See ya. Thanks, Paul.
See y'all.